Welcome back, gang. Tutor UK. Welcome back to the latest and possibly the greatest pickup video ever. Bar none. Or not. Nintendo heavy. Again. And I'm not going to apologise for that. But we do have some other stuff. We have some PlayStation. And we have the old fucking PC Engine boys. Shoot 'em up extravaganza. Shoot me up, baby. Shoot me up. Just, yeah, some absolute belters to come. But before that, Blackpool, October 1st and 2nd. I'll be going. I don't know who with it yet because some people are undecided, but I'm going to go. It's been a while, so I'll be going up. Come high or high water, so it'd be good to see new and old faces alike. I think, yeah, it's still at the Norbreck. Yes, it's shit. Yes, Blackpool's a dump, but you don't go for that. It's not a bloody holiday, is it? It's a long weekend away. And I don't really go for the event, to be honest, because the event's a bit, nah. I mean, the Trader Hall's terrible, generally, and the arcades are either too full or the broke, so yeah, it's not about that for me. I know that people haven't been before. It's definitely worth it for the experience if you're not seeing that kind of stuff, but yeah, after, you know, a good couple of, well, I don't know how many years it's been, not 10 years, it's like what, 8 years, 7, 8 years, yeah, it's never, it's not about that. It's not been like that for after the first 1 or 2 years. But it's, you know, meeting you guys, having a laugh, having a crack, maybe drinking some beers, who knows, eh? Stranger things have happened. But yeah, I'll be going no matter what, so hopefully see some of you guys. I'll mention it again at a later date, no doubt. But yeah, it just been announced after the last vid, so I thought I'd mention it. And, oh, I've got a Switch game. So, okay. I've been hoarding. Well, not really hoarding. I've been picking up 360 shit, tat and PS3 tat and Wii tat, and it was getting a bit out of hand, truth be told. And I did it because I thought, you know, I'll take it to a show, to an event. Now there ain't another one all summer, essentially. So I thought, you know what, let's wade some of this in. So I had a sort through of it. I'm looking that way because that's where it's all piled up. So I had a sort through of it. And basically took the stuff into CX. They'd give me sort of like half the value or better than half. You know, anything that's like 10p or whatever, you might just keep it, take to a show. You know, sell for 50p or a pound, there's no point. And I ended up getting quite a chunk of credit, man, honestly. I think between the two visits, 240 odd quid, which is not bad. So with some of that, the eldest had just done the A levels, so got a Elden Ring on the PS5, and for myself, I've seen this a few times, and I'd know when it first came out, it was sort of touted as like a Breath of the Wild clone, and at 12 quid, I thought, you know, there's something different to play on the old Switch. So Immortals, Phoenix Rising. Again, I think it's just an action RPG. Which usually I'm more the turn-based, but I thought for 12 quid we'll give it a whirl. So that's just something to chuck on. Currently not playing anything on the Switch. I completed Star Wars. That was quite a good laugh, although I was still heavily fucking broken. And I'm playing Final Fantasy 9 on the PlayStation Classic. I didn't go to 8. I had a look at 8, and I think the art style just, I don't know. Which is odd, because Final Fantasy 7 was very sort of futuristic, cyberpunky. But 8, just, I don't know. Some people say it's best to play them in order, not because you have to play them in order, because there's no like there's no story flow, there's no story arc. But a lot of people sort of say if you play the PlayStation ones in order, you can see the evolution of the graphic engine and stuff like that. But I jumped to 9 because I think 9 looked more appealing to me. I might go back and play 8. But yeah, quite liking 9 at the minute. Even on the PlayStation Classic, you can sort of still see it struggles a little bit with some of the fight sequences. So that's quite interesting actually, because I thought it would be played quite smoothly, but just goes to show it's still not perfect. Still not perfect. So that's what I'm up to essentially, guys. Nothing very interesting at all, other than still trying to collect fucking bits of plastic to entomb myself into. Couple of little cheeky completions for games, or little upgrades, I suppose. Pick myself up a manual of Larger Masters World Championship. So I got this from Nick at Vintage Gamer. The manual for this was a bit ratty, so I managed to sort of do a bit of an upgrade on that. I thought it worth a mention. And equally, really, this was a bit of a tricky one to get hold of, to be honest. I thought it'd be dime a dozen. So from the last Donny, I picked up Spin Dizzy Worlds for like 20 quid. It's missing the manual. Lovely condition, it's missing the manual. I managed to bag a manual. I think that cost me 7 quid. So yeah, I managed to complete that for what ended up being 27 quid. I still think that's quite a good price for this, especially in its condition. So I'm more than happy with that. Again, just little addendums. Nothing that's going to blow your socks off, but just what I do, I just sort of like tinker and curate the collection, and just fine tune it. Knock out the kinks, or knock the kinks into it, depending on how you look at it. Right, a box. I love me boxes. I love me Nintendo cardboard. Love me boxes. So this one turned up on eBay. I think it was an offers post. The box in the pictures did look fucked, but when you sort of looked at it, I thought, I can put that back together, no problem. I thought this was the last wrestling game I needed. It's not. I still need WWE. I think it's WWE. Was it WWE or WWF Mayhem? One with Goldberg. Is it Goldberg? I don't know, because that was after my time. But this one kind of falls out of the sort of WWE. This is Ecw Hardcore Revolution. I already had the manual and the cartridge, so I managed to bag a box. Essentially, it was the glue had come loose, and it needed a bloody good iron. But that's come out really rather quite nicely. And the thing with this one, it's one of them bloody sort of inbuilt jobbies, which I don't really like. So I think these were later releases, and you have to put the manual on top, which I don't like. But yeah, and everything rattles around. I know this come out on the Dreamcast. I'm assuming the N64 is an inferior version, but again, I think that was definitely less than a tenner. I think I might have got the cartridge with that. So, with that sort of thing, I'll just put it on the cartridge, just take it to an event and get a couple of quid back for the cartridge. So the box will end up costing me even less. And that's how I do it, really. But yeah, there's nothing else coming up. So you've got Black Ball in October. There's no shows that I'm attending over the summer. So, the summer could be a bit barren, I suppose, is probably the want for a better word, especially until come later on. Then there might be a revival, I think, but I don't think it's the proper revival. It's like no, that's even later on. That's not even in the summer. I'm telling lies. Ignore me. I'm full of shit. It's just standard. So no, it's not. I think the summer is pretty much barren, other than towards the end of the year, September, October time. Which technically isn't summer then, is it? So, talking even more shit. Anyway, I'm in front of the Saturn, the mighty Saturn wall, as you can see, in all its glory, and also a bit of the old GameCube. For those that like that, and you can't. No, that's the Wii and the Wii U shit. Although that is a curated Wii collection. There's not much shit in there, to be honest. Some nice games, some really nice games. What was I looking at the other day? Bloody, I've lost it. Boyne's block. No. No, I can't find it. Is it that side? No. I don't know. Maybe it's on that end. I don't know. It was something I was looking at. I think someone else shown it on the video and I can't remember who it was. Because I had to come over and think, oh, have I got that? I'm sure I've got that. And I can't remember what it is. Ah, that was it. Was it this? We're a Master of the Demon Blade. I think someone, I can't remember, there's maybe a couple of people have been banging on about it, I can't remember. But it's one of them ones where I'm like, oh, I'm sure I've got that. I think I've got that. And that's the beauty of having the room like this now. You know. Another quite nice one, Metal Slug Anthology. You know, it's not a fucking Wii video, Stu. What was it? Yeah. I'm sure I've got Shadow's Tale as well. But I'll be fucked if I can see it. Yeah, we'll say a lot. Shadow's Tale. That's quite a tricky one to get now. That was always a tricky one to get. Even fucking more difficult now, and it's an English version. So like I say, yeah, the old Wii stuff, there's not much shit in there. I mean, there is, technically, depending on how you look at it, some bit rough games, but a lot of them, like I say, they're not, there's very little shovelware. Wii U is Wii U, you know, I'll just pick them up as and when, not really too fussed about them. Anyway, let's get back to some pickups. Oh, because I was on about, who did I watch? Dave, Retro Games Played Badly. In the Hunt, he's picked that up on the PS1. Yeah, the Saturn version is terrible slowdown. Some people actually quite like the slowdown because it makes it a bit easier. But the PS1 version is the superior version. I do not own In the Hunt on the PS1. So anyway, that's what I was going to say about the old Saturn stuff. Not many people pick up Saturn nowadays. I've noticed there was a big run on it, and then listen, no one's bothered. Shame. It's a shame. Messing around with my love. Oh, I found this as well. I picked this up ages ago from a shop. It hangs on the ceiling. It's got little hooks in it, look. And you suspend it. It's like a point of sale thing. I forgot I had that. I had something else as well. What else did I have? Oh, I don't know. It's gone somewhere. I had something else. I don't know. I had something else like that, but I can't think what it is. It's gone. Or maybe I moved it. Maybe it's a bit bigger. Yeah, it's because I've moved into this corner of the room. That's why I've just covered a load of shit as I'm moving crap out of the way. So anyway, back to the pickups. After that little diversion. So NES got some box complete NES titles, all from this place. Honestly, see, it's just the best shop. I don't care what anybody says. Anybody, all these idiots that are making these fucking CEX bashing videos, I love it. Because the more you bash it, the less people are going to go in there and buy stuff from it. It means there's more for me. Are they perfect? Are they fuck? If something's wrong, just take it back. So, 4 complete games. 2 of them, one of them wasn't complete. I've had to source something for that, but I thought, given its condition, we'll keep it anyway. And that is Kick Off. Kick Off. Obviously, nowhere near as good as the Amiga version and the mighty Kick Off 2, which is the best football game, bar none. This was missing its manual, so I ended up buying another copy off of eBay. It was just slightly ropey box, but essentially complete. I just nicked the manual out of it. And again, that was less. That was £8 or something daft. But this box is really, 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 really nice. And it's Kick Off and it's complete. That's all you need to know. Dino Anco. God, it's got a couple of years back now. This game was dirt cheap. Like one of the cheapest games ever. I bought this off of CEX. And then, I don't know, 2 weeks later, it's like shut up by £5. man, I don't know what's gone on with this game. And it's high speed pinball. Again, this comes through complete in cracking condition. And the weird thing about this one, the screenshots look like, I mean, if you look at that, they're terrible. Literally the worst screenshots ever. I mean, that one there, you can't even make out what the fuck it is. But a game by Rare, so maybe that's what it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that was the jump. I have no idea. I think Kickoff went down. Kickoff went down to 12 quid. I think it was 15. Went down to 12 quid. So what I gained in this, technically, in terms of like savings, I lost on that. These two, I have got like an unboxing thing for these ones, so I'll put that in now. Big time roulette, boys. Cellar Butchers. Which one is this? Okay. Oh, look at that. Individualised. See what we can see. All from the same, clearly, all from the same shop. Oh, that's not bad. I've got the manual for this. From Comet. Oh, that's not a bad one. And I'm hoping these are all from the same person, so fingers crossed. All in similar condition. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, it's got the manual. It's got both flaps. Donkey Kong. I've give these an iron. Nothing major, don't need doing to it. That's lovely condition. And what I've done with Yoshi's Cookie, or Yoshi or Yoshi, who was it? Sean, Retro Games Revived. Pronunciations. Fucking that's hilarious. Is it Yoshi or Yoshi? There you go, you should have done that one. Anyway, Yoshi. Anyway, Yoshi's Cookie. Someone had ripped the seal, but what I've done is cut it in half and stuck it over the gap so it doesn't look too bad. And cleaned this up, but it's had some gunk on it. But yeah, this has come up quite nice as well. So, say 4 more box games, just chipping away. Tend to be sort of the lower hanging fruit. I'm not going to lie, but I mean, I say lower hanging fruit. This still ain't fucking cheap. So from that sort of CEX credit, which is where a lot of these have come from. Well, it's where they've all come from, basically. And it's just like trying to refine it. So, what you know, Xbox and PS3 games, £1 each. Some maybe 50p. Same with the Wii. Build up a little bit of a stockpile, weigh them in. You know, I've been doing that for fucking years. You guys know that. And to be honest, charity shops is just as cheap as car boots now. But yeah, what I found with the Xbox and the PS3, the price differences on some of the games is ridiculous. Like some games were 10p, and some are worth, you know, 4 or 5 quid. So you really do need to know your prices, or just fucking hoover everything up and take a chance. Which I've had to do in some cases. You know, some games I thought, oh, that's pretty decent. Oh, that's got to be a couple of quid in it. Nope. So it just sits on the shelf there, and it'll go to an event. Someone might want it for £1, you know. These fucking weirdos that collect Xbox 360, PS3 stuff. Anyway, what are we on? 18 minutes. Sticking with CEX, and we'll finish with PC Engine, which wasn't from CEX, obviously. So I had to go over to the office in Coventry, and I took the last remaining little chunk of games that I'd sorted through, which I think were mainly PS3, and there was some Xbox 360 that the other shop didn't take because it was like, without taking them. I think it's because there was just too many of them, and I think they just started refusing stuff, which is fine. I don't blink an eyelid. I just say, yeah, it's fine. I say to them sort of, any that are no good, give us some back. But I do sort of say, look, is it worth giving them a buff? But anyway, there was half a dozen that they didn't take. So I was going over to Cov to the office anyway. So I thought I'll pop into the Cov CEX. I'll take some PS3 stuff. It was mainly like the Lego PS3 ones, which seemed to hold the value better than the Xbox 360. So the pilot stack of them. Stack of the remaining Xbox 360 games. Sort of going into the CEX there in the window, I seen this game and I thought, oh fuck me. So I had that in the back of my mind, which to be honest, I'm in two minds. Part of me wish I hadn't seen it, then part of me is glad I did because I've got it now. So I said, I've got some games to trade. There's hardly anybody in there. Lobby's on the counter. Youngish girl going through them. And I was waiting, you know, like they sort of say, ask you to sign a little jitty thing. That they don't usually do that until they hand you the voucher. People that have traded them know what I'm on about. And I was like, okay. She said like £51 or something. I was like, oh, that's great. So I signed it and she gave me the voucher. And I'm like, you've not even checked the discs. You know, they go through and check the discs and put them into wallet. She was literally just scanned them all. And there was an American Lego game, one of the Star Wars games, and it wouldn't scan, and she just typed it in and added it in. So I was like, just kept my mouth shut. I said, obviously 50 quid. I'm like, is that game in the window complete? And then a couple of the others chimed in, and they were like, oh yeah, that's the expensive one. She said, I'm sure it is because I bought it in, and I thought she bought it in herself. So we had a conversation just about game and stuff, and another chap come over, and he sort of said, I want to sort all mine out. And then the chap went and got it from the window, come back and goes, yeah, it's complete. And I was like, go on then, I'll have it. So this has cost me £180 cash. It's a lot of money. A lot of money. If I hadn't seen it, I wouldn't have none the wiser, but it's not going to get any cheaper, I don't think. It is complete, it's in really nice condition, and it is the mighty Ecw 2. That, baby. I've been coveting this for a while. Really, I know Cabana Jim, he had as well. I think he got his from a local. Well, I mean, the fact it needs the manual for the price you're paying. It needs to have the manual. So 180 quid cash just been paid. Get a lot of money, but I think in the grand scheme of things, it's one less that I need to chase now. An absolute Stonewall classic from Konami and the RPG library. You know, you can play this. Play it on the PlayStation Classic, but that's how stupid I am. But yeah, I did play this back in the day. I definitely played one more than two, but enjoyed it nonetheless. And that will be one I'll play after Final Fantasy, I think. I'll go and jump on there. Suikoden. So there you go, Stone Retro Pixel Gaming. No. I don't know what I'm on about. Generation Pixel. Made up a new name. There you go. Change your fucking channel name now, Stu. Generation Pixel. Okay. So I mentioned at the tail end of the last vid that no fucker watched. There was some more. There's some more PC Engine. And there will be more PC Engine as well. But this is the shoot 'em up fucking section. Even though I'm not Mr. Shoot 'em up, the prices this guy was charging me, the fact that he let me sort of divvy it up a little bit, it was literally like a no-brainer. These are all these are all Hue cards as well. So first up, this one here, I think this is definitely a latter release of the Hue cards because it's got screenshots on the back. I have this on the Sega Saturn. Somewhere in there, and I'm not going to dig it out. There's a couple of these by various different names. You all know it. It's Parodius. I think this is Parodius Star. I think it's Parodius Star. You know, it's the one with the dancing lady. Very good on the PC Engine. I was really surprised. Oh, with the squeaky little phone piece. Yeah, because I was thinking it might be not quite up to the Sega Saturn, but I'd say I'd be pushed to tell a difference. I mean, you'd have to have them running side by side. Talking of side by side and displays, OSSC, fuck me, that's turned into a ball ache. I might have to do a vid on that once I get it sorted, because I've been using it. Yeah, I thought it would be dead straightforward. Maybe I'm being over picky with it. Maybe I'm being over analytical and, you know, not anal, but yeah, probably analytical, looking at it too deeply. But yeah, I've a few weird things happen with that, with certain different screens, let's say. So I'm still waiting on a screen from a certain individual to finalise the setup, but that's another story. But yeah, this looks amazing. Probably because I'm running it through the OSSC as well, probably helps it. But yeah, really great port. Obviously these again, Hue cards with no screenshots. This is a very fateful port, and it's Gradius or Gradius. There you go, Sean. Gradius or Gradius? Parodius or Parodius? Yeah, really fateful. Still bloody tough. Horizontal shooter, by the way, same as Parodius, which is funny because it's a parody on Gradius, for those that don't know. Yeah, super faithful to the arcade original, and yeah, it's still just as bloody tricky and as hard. Now this one, I only really played this on the Super Nintendo, on the NES, where it was called Life Force. So you know the game is Salamander. Again, I still find this bloody hard as well. I've really got to knuckle down and maybe put some hours into some of these shooter games. But obviously it looks far superior to the NES one. I don't really remember. Never played shooters in the arcades. Never did, because money didn't last, did it? Let's be honest. You know, especially if you're shit, you'd be dead within like fucking 2.5 minutes, and there's your fucking 10p gone. So I can't really gauge it, but it does look fantastic on the PC, and it sounds great as well. And then the last one, I have this on the Mega Drive. And I haven't played it on the Mega Drive. I played it on this one. I didn't really enjoy this one anywhere near as much as any of the other three. So again, it might just be me. This is more of the sort of traditional, not traditional, but the vertical. This is vertical. Yeah, this is the only vertical one, and it's Aero Blasters. Again, it's kind of like more modern day rather than spacey and out there, so it's based on like jets and stuff like that. A bit like, you know, like an upgraded 1941, 43 type thing. But yeah, didn't really enjoy this anywhere near as much. Again, I probably need to put some more time into it. Again, with a squeaky phone. But you know, I want to fucking neglect it. Not just fucking tooting Nintendo. So, you know, for the old fucking cheese ball thumbnail. But there are more. There are more to come. But yeah, loving the PC Engine. Such a fantastic system to collect for. And I say, with the OSSC now, thanks to Daz, old Co Jones, it really does make some of these pop. But yeah, I've got to do a lot of tinkering once a certain individual pulls his thumb out and drops something off for me. But I've got to do a lot more tinkering. A lot more stuff needs upgrading in terms of interconnects. And because I haven't got this certain screen, I don't want to go in and start tinkering too much, because I know you can alter horizontal shifts and stuff, and get it, you know, you can really set it up per profile for each system, which is where I want to go with it. And you know, kind of make some of these consoles or some of these games really sing. So yeah, that's the plan. But again, that's something for another day. So other than that, guys, take it easy, and I shall speak to you next time. Bye bye for now.